All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Warkar Kadash, and the Heavenly Father. True name is Yahweh, and his begotten Son, Bahashem, in the name of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew. Bless the holy tongue, and I said, Barakatham to the elders and apostles. Wa'akim, Wa'akraf, and I say Shalom. And this is a sit-down lesson of the prophecy updates as of July the 23rd, 2026 on this Thursday night. Salaki for a second.
Sasha, to my family. Walk my way. Nevada. Good. Go there. Now. I don't have a car.
Yeah, as I mentioned again, this is a prophecy update. It's July the 23rd, 2026. As we see the battle of the Strait of Hormuz continue to heat up on a daily basis between Iran and the United States, and then the war between Iran and the United States have expanded from different parts over there in Western Asia, over there in the Persian Gulf in that region. So tensions are heating up between Iran and the United States as I had a sad note to that. And then you had a recent 5.0 earthquake over there in Texas. Small, I think outside of Texas, a small town, we had a 5.0 earthquake. So we're seeing these biblical signs in our world today. And like it says in Matthew's 24th chapter, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, famines and pestilent plagues, earthquakes in diverse places. It says, this is from Al Jazeera. Breaking news: Trump awaits a massive attack on Iran as the foreign minister blasts his mindless aggression. 6 hours ago, live updates: the UN chief said civilians in Gaza pays a heavy price every day. It says 16 minutes ago, explosions reported in the cities across Iran. It says 21 minutes ago, UN says humanitarian needs grows as conflict begins escalating. It says U.S. attack Iran for the 13th night as Trump threatens a bigger strike. It says Israel bombs Gaza after displaying orders unaliving 2 Palestinians. You got this book of Matthews. Matter of fact, bring up that Luke 21 verse 25. And this is the book of Luke 21 verse 25. It reads, it says, there shall be signs in the sun, in the moon, and the stars, and upon the earth expressive nations will perplex and one. Right, that's what we're seeing. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See, there should be not true for all these things when it's first come to pass, but it's not yet. Right, so it's going to come to pass, you're not going to get yet. So on a day-to-day basis, we're going to be seeing wars and rumors of wars, and that's what we see between the armies of the nations, wars and rumors of wars, and nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. And this is from RT.com. It says, U.S.-Saudi new deal depends on recognizing Israel. Such a condition was not mentioned when the agreement was announced. I think that Saudi-U.S. deal, I think Trump had it part of his Abraham Accord or something like that. Israel blames for the New York mayor SEMIT stabbing attack. What this about? It says an assailant who injured 2 people on Thursday was shouting ALLHUAKBRA. It says Israeli Foreign Minister Gani Siara has blamed the New York mayor rhetoric for stabbing of 2 people in Manhattan's Upper West on Thursday. The assailant shouted HUAKBR. The victim was a small hat, and an Asian man was hospitalized or expected to survive. It says the NYPD police. It says Jessica Tesk said on X the police arrested a 51-year-old Merv Mares, probably Latino, as the suspect. Detectives are continuing to work on the case to determine the motive, but according to the victim's witnesses statement that Morales, AKBR, during the attack, the NYPD is currently evaluating whether a potential HAT crime. Tusk has said. Tusk added that although the suspect has no history of mental illness, his mental state has been a factor. In a statement, Mandalay also said on witnesses at the victim's reported hearing the attack shouting ALLHUAKBR, adding that these HATEFUL indisposable attacks has no place in our city. SARS described the incident as a horrific anti-small hat stabbing attack, accusing the Mandalay as an incident, as a enticement, let's say. This violence did not happen in a vacuum. Months of enticement against the small hat state for Mandalay has helped create a climate in which the small hats are targeting SARS work on X. Fair use, fair use. It's the book of Matthew, 24th chapter. B.
He did?
Yeah.
I don't need to know for you. She's trying to tell my grandson, you, him. It's about the same last year. I just sat there down like that.
Right.
I'll tell you what was wrong with it. She really had it wrong.
Right.
That's cool. Yeah. She was there too.
Yeah.
You sleeping all in bed. And then the Bible, you got to get about me because I see you go there.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 12. Because iniquity shall abound, love and Israel's cold. Right, so we start to see iniquity shall abound, love and Israel's cold. Because that's going to continue to increase. And this is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2. 2 Timothy 3, verse 1. And it says, listen also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Now, we're not ignorant of our Satan devices. You know, Esau, he created that narrative, brought out of KO. Got a northern kingdom, 51-year-old northern kingdom, attacking a Moabite and Amalek. Because Esau created that narrative that brought out of KO. So we're not ignorant of our Satan devices. But it do be, but besides that, you do have like spirits that are correct for vengeance, which will bring that out as well too. It's the book of, let's see. It's the book of Ecclesiasticus. I mean, this is nothing new under the sun. You know, Esau tried to put Jacob as the domestic T word of the country, especially the version out of Babylon. That's nothing new under the sun. He did that to the northern kingdom, southern kingdom. He been doing that for, since day one all the way to now. Esau accusing my brother. This is Ecclesiastes 39, verse 28. Every spirits that are created for vengeance, within the fear they also spoke in time of destruction, for a piece of life him and made. Right, so if this story is true, that's a prime example of our spirits created for vengeance. We're seeing a lot in these same times. Lawlessness, iniquity is going down. Yeah, this is the book of 1 John, chapter 3. Yeah, 1 John chapter 3, verse 1. It says, whosoever committeth sin also transgression law, for sin is transgression law. Right, so lawlessness and sin, iniquity is going to abound. And if this story is true, it says Israel blames New York mayor for the anti-small hat stabbing attack and the sailor who injured 2 people on Thursday, shouting the ALLEHUAKBAR. Right, and the victims was a Asian, it was a Moabite, and a Amalek small hatter. The suspect was 51 years old, Northern Kingdom, stabbed a Moabite and Ammonite. Spirit created for vengeance. It says Russia has no right. It says Russia has no right to exist. Ukrainian new commander-in-chief. Right, so tensions between Russia and Ukraine is only going to escalate. It says Russia sounded the alarm over the Wadi Gulf conflict. It says Moscow has urged restraints warning that the fighting between the U.S. and Iran risks destabilizing the Middle East. I mean, it's only going to escalate. And Russia is going to be a guard unto the Iranians, like it says in Ezekiel the 38th chapter. It's the book of Joel, chapter 3, in verse 9. Proclaiming this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty man, let all the men of war draw near them come up. Right, so let all the men of war draw near them come up. As we continue to see, tensions are only going to escalate over there in Western Asia, especially the battle of the Strait of Hormuz. And then you still got tensions heating up with the Russian-Ukrainian situation. And then you still got the Houthi rebels going against Saudi Arabia and their coalition forces allies of Yemen and other allies. So these what you call nations are in that war, like Larry said. This is the prophet Joel, chapter 8, verse 10. Beat your plowshares and swords and plant sticks into spears, like the weak sound strong. Right, so let the weak sound strong. These are armies of our nations rising against the adversaries, which that's only going to continue to increase. It's the book of Revelations, 11, verse 14. The second will pass, behold, the third will come quickly. Right, so the second will pass, behold, the third will come quickly. Armageddon, Armageddon. So with that, this was just a quick sit-down lesson of the prophecy updates. As of July 23rd, 2026, on this Thursday night. So hopefully this is edifying. So with that, I'd like to give all the praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakam Kadash. And the Heavenly Father, true name is Yahweh. And his only begotten Son, Bahashem, and the name of Hamashiach Kabashai. Those are the true names of ancient Paleo Hebrew, Velociraptor tongue. And I say, Rakabam to the elders and apostles, Akim, Aqua, to the extent, say, Kormesh Shalom, and above all, Shalom.